What's going on, YouTube family? It's Andrea here at VW Family Farm, and we are back from California. We had an awesome time. It was great meeting all of you that came out to the Heirloom Expo. Thank you to all of you who've watched our footage and kept up with the expo through watching YouTube. We appreciate y'all so much. And we hit 10,000! Thank y'all so much for watching our videos, for sharing us, for liking and commenting and all the things you do and all the nice comments you leave us over on Facebook and Instagram and everywhere. Thank you for coming out and meeting us in person at the different events. We appreciate each and every one of you. Even when y'all give us constructive criticism, we appreciate that too, because that helps our channel to grow and be better. I don't know if you've noticed lately, but Lane has really been stepping up his editing game. Super proud of him. He's tried to really put out good quality videos for y'all to watch. And so just a big fat thank you. Today I want to take you around and show you the garden. I want to show you how the floating row cover is doing. I actually have not even looked under it, so we're going to look under it together. But first I have to admit, we are not master gardeners. Yeah, we don't have it all figured out. Sometimes we plant stuff and it fails. Sometimes we have it going great and then we still let it fail. So let's start there. I got to show you the hard stuff and where we didn't do so good. So if you remember a few videos back, this is the carrot bed in the perlite. They came up like crazy. They were doing awesome. We had this bed full of carrots. And then we went to California and we forgot to ask someone to water them. So even after they'd come up and were sprouted good, we were on track to grow the best carrots ever. We failed again. A lot of them died. We're trying to keep it watered now and see if more seeds that are in there that hadn't sprouted yet possibly will. We still have a few left and we may try to get some more carrot seed. I kind of think we used it all. We used Baker Creek and Haas seeds, and I kind of think we used them all. May try to sprinkle some more in there, but that's just life. That's just gardening. If you neglect stuff, it dies. That's just how it goes, and that goes with animals, gardens, whatever. So it's just another lesson to us to take care of and steward all the gifts we've been given, and you can't turn your back for a second. So that's just how it is. Let's go look at the rest of the garden, because there are things doing good around here. All right, really quickly, I wanted to show y'all over here. I was mowing the yard and saw this the other day. So this right behind me is our cow fence. This is my milk pasture, and I guess we'd thrown some birdhouse gourds out here, just chunked them, that had rotted, and they sprouted up on their own and they're growing all over this fence. It looks really cool. And then out there in the pasture, see if I can show you, right there is a huge gourd vine. I mean, it is outrageous. I was gonna take y'all out there, but I really don't want to get covered up in chiggers, and so I'm just gonna raise y'all up and see if y'all can see it really good right up there. We just noticed it yesterday out chasing calves, that it's just grown all by itself. Just took off, and that was where it wanted to grow, and so it did. All right, so floating row cover, is it worth it? Well, that remains to be seen. We're gonna see if hopefully it'll keep the worms off our brassicas, and that really is from cabbage moths laying eggs on them and then they turn into worms. And I don't know if you've ever tried to grow broccoli, cauliflower, something like that, that has a lot of little crevices and nooks and crannies, and when worms get in those, it's absolutely disgusting and it's hard to get them all out. So that's the problem we're trying to avoid. Let's go take a peek. I have not actually looked under there. One thing I will say is we wound up burying a drip tape that Haas Tools sent us. Super appreciative of that, and it's working awesome. I think that is probably why everything is still alive. Ben has told me. I haven't actually looked. So let's go check it out. So although a lot of things are still pretty small, you can see they're doing really well under here. I just went and turned the drip tape on so they could get a drink, because I don't know about you, but it's super hot and dry here. Look at this beautiful Swiss chard. The last thing I showed you was Chinese cabbage. So for now, the floating row cover is doing a great job. Let's move on and look at some other stuff though. So I'm gonna turn you around and show you, there's some radishes down here on the ground that just came up volunteer from the spring crop, and we have been eating them like crazy. If you have never tried roasted radishes, or actually last night I kind of sauteed some in olive oil, kind of like fried potatoes, and they weren't bad actually, especially if you're trying to eat lower carb. They're really a good alternative to potatoes, especially if you cook them to take the heat out of them. They actually didn't have like tons and tons of flavor, which was fine because we were just looking for a filler for our meal. But anyway, let me show you how they're doing. Sugar snaps coming up again for the fall crop. More snake beans that reseeded themselves. So I'm not going to take you and show you the tomatoes today because there's not much going on over there. They're growing and blooming at the top, like we showed you in our last garden video. And by the way, thanks for the awesome response to that video. But yeah, that video was pretty much about leave your tomatoes there because they will put on new growth and they will bloom again. You'll get another crop of tomatoes in the fall. At least that's how it works here. So we'll see those another day when they start producing again. They're blooming again, but right now I'm not getting a whole lot off of them. So let's head to the back garden because there's some cool stuff going on back there. So I thought I'd give you just a big overview of the back garden. All of that you can see back there is sweet potatoes. They have like taken over. There's some weeds in there, of course, that we're gonna have to clip down when it's time to harvest those. And I'm gonna show you when I harvest those, because if you've been with us for a while, you know there is actually a tarp under all that. So I'm gonna harvest all the vines to feed to our animals and then pull the tarp up and harvest the sweet potatoes. So, and in our experience in the past, just our soil, the sweet potatoes don't grow super down deep in the ground. They're kind of all just laying there on the surface once we rip the vines up. So we'll be doing that pretty soon, but they're still growing and blooming, flowering. So we're just leaving them for the time being so they can do all the growing they want to do. Okay, if y'all remember our video here a while back about us planting the fall garden, we told you every other hole we were going to put rabbit poo in because we had rabbits and we still have a lot of poo left. So, sorry I keep saying poo. But I want to show you, it's pretty astonishing. So let me get in there and I'm going to show you where the best plants are. So, just so you have a good understanding, we put the rabbit manure in every other hole. So there's a hole, nothing. There's a hole, actually starting to produce some baby squash. There's a hole, nothing. Here's the next hole that had the manure. So some of the holes that didn't have rabbit manure, the plants did come up. They're just dramatically smaller. So I want to show y'all a couple more things before I wrap this video up. We still have some watermelons. Here's actually a pretty good one. If y'all saw the video of me falling trying to clean out the cucumber area and replanting cucumbers, right after that the piglets got in here and actually ate almost all of the cucumber plants. I did all of that pretty much for nothing, but like 2 of them survived, so I'm going to show y'all those. Okay, I wanted to end over here at our strawberry bed because it is doing awesome. These are ever-bearing strawberries, so that means they don't just have a short little lifespan where they just produce for a short burst. They produce over and over. Here it is fall and they're producing again. They're beautiful. There's some purslane mixed in there as well. I just really love this area. It's got ground cover on it, and I've gotten some questions about that don't strawberries need room to spread out and root in other places? Well, I'm just basing this on our area and the strawberry farmers. Most strawberry farmers, because strawberries is a big crop in Arkansas, they use ground cover because they don't want them to send out runners and root in other places, because your row will quickly become out of control. It'll become huge. So you don't have to let them do that. They will produce the runners, they just won't spread out and insert themselves in the ground, I guess you'd say. So anyway, I'm fixing to eat a couple strawberries. Let me see if I can find some to show you. I'm fixing to have a snack, and I will see y'all later.